Hello, today's devotion comes from Mark chapter 6. It's verse 30 through 34. It says this: The apostles returned to Jesus and told him everything they had done and taught. Many people were coming and going, so there was no time to eat. He said to the apostles, "Come by yourself to a secluded place and rest for a while." They departed in a boat by themselves for a deserted place. Many people saw them leaving and recognized them, so they ran ahead from all the cities and arrived before them. When Jesus arrived and saw a large crowd, he had compassion on them, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. Then he began to teach them many things. There's a great scene in the movie Ever After where Drew Barrymore's character finally gets the handsome prince, and she gets to go have all of her dreams fulfilled. It's a retelling of the story of Cinderella, so that's not a spoiler. But she turns to her stepmother and says to her, was there ever a moment, even in its smallest measurement, where you loved me? And her stepmother says to her, how can one love a pebble in their shoe? It's such a great picture of the opposite of what Jesus is saying in this passage. Do you ever feel like that? Like there's one person in your life who annoys you. They rub you the wrong way for whatever reason. They're like a pebble in your shoe. And it just so happens that those people keep showing up. that person is so involved in your life all of the time, and you don't really understand why. And maybe it's someone who's always asking you for things without you getting anything in return, or a girl at school who wants to tag along with you all the time, who you don't really like but is always there, or even like when you get home from work and it's just somebody who in your house who wants to know every single detail of the day, and all you want to do is forget about everything that happened at work and relax and rest. Jesus had this problem a lot, where he was tired, or he was upset, or he was going through something in his family, and people just kept showing up anyway. They didn't give him the space he needed to rest and decompress and just be a person. He always seemed to have a real motley crew of followers, of people, a group of people who were annoying to him. Every once in a while you see him break and he yells at them and he says, go away, give me some time. Or he yells at Peter, calls him names, calls him Satan at one point. There are times when Jesus himself even gets annoyed with the people who surround him. But there's a big difference between the way Jesus responds to that situation and the way that we do often. You see, Jesus, even through his annoyance, shows compassion because he understands that these people who annoyed him were really people who needed compassion and understanding. That the parts of them that annoyed him they weren't trying to bother him or be annoying on purpose, but were acting out of their own place of understanding. And so instead of inspiring annoyance and anger in him, it inspires compassion and understanding and love. And so the challenge for us is that when we encounter people who annoy us or bother us or we want to dismiss, are we responding in our human capacity, in our sinful nature, or are we responding with compassion and love and understanding like Jesus does?